Okay, so this is the last video for triangles. I thought I was going to put it all in one, but I decided not to. This is the last 5 or 4, I can't remember. So the first one is the triangle inequality property. So basically think about this. Okay, if you had a triangle, and let's say the bottom was 10, okay? What do you know about the sum of the other two sides? So imagine what's the smallest triangle I could possibly draw? Okay, possibly here. Maybe I could have drawn something a little smaller, but I tried. Okay, what do you know about these two sides? So think about it. If I were to push this down, like if it were bendable and I pushed it down, it can't exceed 10. Do you see what I mean? Like if it's flat. So in order to be pushed up, this plus this has to be greater than 10. And that's what this property says. Okay, that the sum of any two sides of a triangle is going to be greater than the third side. Okay, so what they're going to do is they're going to give you 3 sides. Okay, so here what they're doing. For each set of 3 lengths, determine if they can be side lengths of a triangle. So they're basically just saying, hey, I'm giving you some lengths. Can they be a triangle? That's all. Okay, so you have to look at every set of 2 and make sure that they add up to more than the other side. In other words, 12 plus 7 is like 19. Don't worry about the decimals. Just add the whole numbers unless you have to add the decimals. Don't worry about it. Okay, so 12 plus 7 is 19. 19 is greater than 6. So that could work. Okay, 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 is greater than 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. 13 is greater than 12. So yes, this can. Okay, 8 and 7 is 15. 15 is greater than 6. 7 and 6 is 13. 13 is greater than 8. 8 and 6 is 14. 14 is greater than 7. So this one works. So again, pick any 2 sides and make sure that they are greater than the third. So 6 and 12 are the 2 smallest sides, and they are greater. The sum is 18, which is greater than 16. So the other 2 work. So this is a weird example that I picked. Because look, every single one works. 21 plus 15 is 36, is greater than 10. 15 plus 10 is 25, is greater than 21. And 10 and 21 is 31, which is greater than 15. But let me show you something that would not work. So say you had 9 and 1. Okay, this doesn't work because 1 plus 9 is equal to 10. And it can't be equal, it has to be greater. So this would be no. Okay, 10, 7, 2. That wouldn't work either because 7 and 2 is 9. 9 is less than 10. So that would be a case of no. Okay. The next one, I feel like you should be very familiar with at this point. It says for each set of 3 measures, determine if they can be angle measures of a triangle. Well, what do you know about all the angles in a triangle? 1, 2, 3. They add up to 180 degrees. So all you have to do is add them. See if they add up to 180. If you feel like challenging yourself, you could try to do it in your head. So this is the way I do it. 60 plus 40 is 100, 180. Okay. If you're looking at these, 70, okay, this one is a little harder. I could grab 1 from 73 to make 50. And I could grab 2 more from 70 to make 60. 60 plus 50 is 110 plus 70 would be 180. Wow. 55 and 65 is 110, right? Plus 25 is not 180. You just do it with the calculator though. There's no reason, you don't have to do it this way. The way though that I do it is I always think like, okay, I'm taking 2 away from here and I'm going to add it there. And I got 23 and 57. That adds up to 80. And then I have 100. So that equals 180. Again, it's just like, it's like kind of fun to do mental math sometimes as a challenge, because if you can get better without a calculator, you get really fast. All right, relationship between angle measures and side lengths. Okay. For some reason, this can be hard for people, and I'm not sure why, to be honest. I think the best tip that I can give you, okay, is to imagine that each angle is a mouth. Okay, these are not drawn to scale. Look, you guys, it says this is 40 and that's 85, and they look the same exact size. So obviously it's not drawn to scale. Okay, drawn to scale means like that the units are correct. Okay, so it says order the side lengths FG, GH, and FG from least to greatest. Pay attention to this. Sometimes they say greatest to least. Okay, and when you're doing least to greatest, you're going to be using less than and less than, I think, in Alex. Okay, in other words, you're going to say the smallest is here, the smallest goes here, and the biggest goes here. I could say greatest. Okay, so imagine this is 40, this is 85. You're missing one, so you have to figure that one out. So you go 85 plus 40 is 125. 180 minus 125 is equal to 55. If I did that right, I think I did. So now we have all three. You need to get all three first because you can't order the sides. So here, okay, here's what F, G, G, H, and HF, basically all three sides. So which one is going to be the biggest? So think about it this way. Think about it as a mouth, okay? If I've got a crocodile here, let's try. Oh, well, whatever. Let's just say this is a crocodile. Okay, right? And this is how big he can bite, right? This is how big his mouth goes open, okay? So imagine if you have something that's if this angle is going to reflect this side. Like, in other words, as this angle opens, the opposite side gets greater, right? So look, this opposite side is getting longer as this angle gets open. So the smallest angle is opening to this. This is the opening for 40. That side. That's the smallest. That's HG. Do you see? Because this is pointing to that one. The middle one, the medium one, is 55, and that's pointing to that side. Because here would be the teeth here, right? But you get the idea. It's open mouth. Okay, that one would be there, and that would be FH. FH. And then lastly, I guess I should put FH here. Get it? Because that's the side. Okay. And then the last one is going to be the largest one, which is 85. So that one's going to be FG. Just think about it as a mouth opening and closing. Okay, and basically just it goes from smallest to biggest. So here it says from least to greatest. Okay, 40 and 81 is 121. We're going to subtract it from 180. And you're going to get 59. Okay, so look, 40 is the smallest, 59 is the middle, 81 is the greatest. So 40. What side does 40 point to? It's this one. That's the one that 40 is opening up to. So that's going to be GH is less than. Next one, 59, goes to this side. FH is less than. Last one, 81, goes here. GF. Okay, next. Okay, same thing, but now you have to kind of figure things out. You have to kind of look at it and try to figure it out. These two are vertical angles. Okay, I haven't even looked at what we're supposed to be doing, to be honest. I'm just like looking at this and I start liking to figure it out. That's just what I do. All right, it says order the angle measures. Measure G, right here. Measure H, and measure GIH. GIH. Okay? I'm putting them as different sizes, okay? Measure them from least to greatest. Then do the same for the side lengths, IJ, JK, and IK. And you think, wait, how come this, what does this triangle have to do with that triangle? Okay, it's because this is a vertical angle. Okay? And now you can figure out all of the angles. So the first task is to maybe just honestly do what they say. Order the angle measures first. Okay? So which one is going to be greatest? So now you're going to go backwards. So this one is not quite as obvious. Look, you have to look at the opening of the mouth and then decide which angle is biggest. Okay? So 8 is the smallest and it points to H. So H angle, H is the smallest, which is less than. You see, angle 12 is bigger than this one. So this is going to be the next one. This one is the next one. And that is GIH. Angle GIH, make sure you give it the way they give it to you, is less than. And then the last one is this one, okay, 12. So all we're doing is going backwards. Angle G. Okay, H is less than, so this is the order. Okay, now they want you to go do the same thing for these sides, but we need to get this other angle. So we need to add 74 plus 60, and you'll get 134. And you need to subtract that from 180. That's 646. Now you have your angles. So which side is going to be the smallest? Okay, look, go from the smallest. This is the smallest at 46. That means that's going to be the smallest. This is going to be the next biggest, and that's going to be the third. But let's do the smallest first. IJ less than, let's go with the next one, 60 or 74? 60. JK less than, last one, 74. IK. Okay, you're just comparing openings to angles. That's all you're doing. Next, this is actually kind of a difficult one, I feel like. This one is a little confusing because of the way they put the angles together, and it can get kind of weird. Okay, my recommendation is to make these separate triangles. So when you get two triangles stuck together, maybe separate them, okay? Like this on your paper. It does help a lot because it keeps you from confusing things. So this is HG and this is J. Okay, so it says order the side lengths, GH, HJ, GI, HJ, JI. In other words, now they are asking you to order all of these sides and compare them to each other. And that can get a little confusing. Okay, so I recommend you take it out. This is 54. This is 78. This is 67, 61. So let's figure out what the missing angle is first. That's the first step. 67, 61, 128 plus what is 180? This is backwards thinking. Does any of you guys think like this? I do. Like in other words, I go, oh, 8 plus 2 is 10, carry the 1, 3 plus 5 is equal to 80. I don't know if any of you guys do that. I do it sometimes. Okay, it doesn't matter. You can subtract from 180. I just did it like that because it's a fun way to do mental math. 78, 54, that's 12, carry the 1, 8 plus 5 is 13, 132, 8, 48 equals 180. All right, so that one is 48. Now, okay, so now, okay, compare all the angles and then, see, this is the part that's confusing. Okay, let me show you. This is 52. You might be tempted to think that these are the same size because 78 is here, but they're not because they point to the same opening, but it's not the same opening because it's a different triangle and it intercepts it at a different place. So that's where it can get a little bit confusing. Okay, but let's take a look. We got all of these angles, and the smallest one is going to be 48. Okay, that's HG. Okay, GH. They call it GH. GH. HG, GH. Okay, so we did that one. I'll color it to say that we did it. Then look for the next number. It's this one. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, you guys, this is why it gets confusing. Okay, yes. Okay, it does get confusing because look, this is pointing to 52 is pointing to this side and 78 is pointing to this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to order one triangle and then order the other triangle, and you're going to see that they work together. But it's going to get a little confusing the first time, especially. So take a look. We did GH on this particular triangle. It goes GH and then it goes GI less than GI less than, GI is the second one. I'll do it a different color just because. GI is the second one. And HI is the third one. Do you see it? HI is the third. Less than HI. Okay, now let's do this guy. Okay, the smallest is HI. Do you see it? The smallest is HI. Then is HJ. See it? HJ is next because that's 61. And then 67 is this last side right here, which is IJ. Okay, so look at what happened. I'm going to go ahead and erase this. I want you to notice these letters. Check it out. HI is the biggest of one triangle, but it is the smallest of the other. So if you're ordering them, you just put these two first, HI in the middle, and these two after. So it goes like this: GH less than GI less than HI less than HJ. Wow, I ran out of room. Get the idea though, right? I just have to come over here and then write HJ less than IJ. It really does help to pull the two triangles apart and separate them and then order. It's the quickest way. When I was working with them, I remember this problem from last year, and it was the quickest way to teach kids that were having trouble. Of course, I always have the kids that look at it and like, oh, I got it. Well, okay, good for you. I am happy for you. But, it can be hard. Okay, is that it? Yeah, that's it.